Blog Talk Radio.
Thank you so much for giving me your time and attention today, 8 a.m. Eastern, here on the 10th day of December 2014. You're tuned into Attitude of Gratitude, and you're also tuned into the wonderful music of award-winning artist David Martinka. Find his music at redbellymusic.com and sunshadows.net, and enjoy a lot of the wonderful CDs available for purchase, as well as the great free downloads. Woohoo! Giving the gift of music. Giving the gift of an attitude of gratitude. That's the title of the show today. Now, we're here in 2014, and in my world, we're celebrating Christmas. And people talk about giving gifts. People run to the stores. They were all excited about Black Friday and Cyber Monday and who's got the best deals and where can we get the biggest bang for our buck. And no shame in that game. I mean, I'm not saying that what they're doing is wrong in any way. Heck, the excitement, are you kidding? People being happy and all, jazzed up and riled up that they're having a great time and they're doing the things they really want to do, that is wonderful. That is so cool. But if you notice how that energy of excitement carries over and sort of just sweeps everybody else along, like if one person's walking through the store and they're kind of smiling and humming, and could be almost any song this time of year right now, it's Christmas music. I was standing in line at the post office the other day, and there was this beautiful whistling of a Christmas carol, and I didn't notice who was behind me, to be honest with you, and it was a young woman and her young boy. The child, I think, was 4. She said he was 4. And she had the most beautiful whistle, and she sat there and serenaded all of us standing in line ready to mail our packages with the gorgeous Christmas carol she was whistling. Then at one point, she and the little boy started singing together. That enthusiasm, that energy literally affected every one of us standing in the line and being waited on at that time with such power of happiness and joy. There was not an individual in that post office, and there had to be 15 or 20 of us, including the clerks behind the counter, who actually were visibly moved by the happiness that the two people behind me were sharing. And that spread. That's the point of what the topic is today, giving the gift of an attitude of gratitude. These people didn't actually do what they did, the little boy and the mom, to make sure that the rest of us had a really nice day. I doubt that highly. I mean, I seriously do. I think they did what they did because it was giving them an incredible amount of joy and pleasure. They were really owning that energy. They were having the time of their life. And as a result, everything else just kind of floated out like little particles of joy dust and landed on all of us in our hearts and in our bones and in our bodies. I don't know about the rest of them, but I carried that out to the car, and I happened to have some Christmas music with me, and I blasted that stuff all the way. I mean, I had other places to go. I was running around for a couple hours. Thoroughly enjoyed my day. They gave me the gift of an attitude of gratitude. They gave me the gift because it wasn't gratitude they were sending me. I received it with an attitude of gratitude. Giving and receiving, kind of like the same thing in a way. They gave us the gift of their happiness, and it gave me the gift of finding my attitude of gratitude. Seriously. That is probably one of the most important gifts that you can give anybody this Christmas season, including yourself. In fact, the only one that can give you an attitude of gratitude is yourself. So giving the gift of an attitude of gratitude means you allow yourself to feel that gratitude. You allow yourself to own that really phenomenal energy. And it is phenomenal. It's not phenomenal in that it's like out of this world, meaning it's not real. It's not something that we would normally have, like you would think alien creatures from outer space, whatever else. It's phenomenal in so much as it just has the power to help you create a world that you are saying you want. A lot of people this time of year are focusing on the peace on earth. We talked about that in the last show, personal peace. People are talking about love, having enough for everybody, the whole 9 yards. Really, it's all out there. It truly is. But we match patterns in our brain of what we believe is possible and what we believe can exist. Therefore, if we have it set up within us already that gratitude is our go-to, that gratitude is our compass, we will find reasons to be grateful in any situation, anytime, anywhere, ... Seriously. Because we are already programming ourselves for gratitude, it has to manifest. That which we are grateful for has to manifest, honest and truly. Now, we don't have to know how. In fact, how is not our prerogative at all. People talk about wanting this and this and this to happen for other people. And so they get themselves all riled up. They angst over, how am I going to make that happen? How am I going to make that happen? And if anybody out there is a parent, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you want so desperately to make a certain thing happen for your child, for instance, for Christmas or their birthday, and you just don't know. I mean, that child's got a Christmas list as long as a city block, and you're looking at it going, man, little child, how in the world did you get to be so knowledgeable of all this really great stuff out there? And, yeah, of course they want it all, because kids can dream higher than the sky. They can dream higher than the clouds. So when you say make your Christmas list out, they're going to dream higher than the clouds, most of them, many of them. So you're looking at that list thinking, boy, oh, buddy, there isn't even 2 things on that list I can afford. How can I make this the best Christmas in the world for that child? How can I make it? Well, first of all, it doesn't necessarily mean making this the best Christmas in the world for that child that you have to get everything on that list. It doesn't even mean you have to get anything on that list. When you give yourself the gift of an attitude of gratitude, 2 things are going to happen. First of all, you are going to look at that list and feel grateful for all kinds of things. First of all, that your child has dreams, has the capacity to dream, the ability to dream higher than the clouds. Second of all, that you're sharing the joy of that child, of knowing that that child actually sees themselves living in abundant prosperity. That's how making a Christmas list is, seriously. It's seeing yourself in abundant prosperity. So I suggest everybody out there listening, sit down and make yourself out a Christmas list. But here's the bigger thing. Be grateful that you know that there is going to be the synergy of your happiness, that child's happiness, and that enthusiasm that is going to bring exactly what that child will be thrilled to open on Christmas morning and exactly the way it needs to. And I'll give you an example. You make out that child makes out that Christmas list, you look at it and go, you know what? My kid's going to get something really cool for Christmas this year, right off this list. You're grateful the child gave you the heads up. Be grateful that you can send that energy out to the ethers, if you will. And I'm going to tell you, somehow, some way, something on that list is going to appear under that tree for that child or appear in that child's arms. Can't even begin to tell you how it's going to happen. Won't even go there. Won't even speculate. All I can tell you is I have seen it happen, I've heard it happen, I've watched it happen, and I've experienced it happening. Seriously, honestly, really. And my days of being a kid are long since past. But the attitude of gratitude, the gift of an attitude of gratitude, will bring you into alignment with the manifestation of that child's wishes because you are supporting it. They say whenever 2 or more come together, and there you go. The other thing about giving a gift of an attitude of gratitude is if you are walking around in your personal space, work space, home space, shopping space, whatever, and you are cranky crabby, that goes out just as well as being happy-go-lucky. Cranky crabby and happy-go-lucky are really the same thing. It's just depending on whether the little corners of your mouth are turned up or turned down, right? If they're turned up, it's like hands. You can hold on to things. You can receive. If they're turned down, you're letting it all fall away. So if you're walking around being just as unhappy as you ever saw yourself, felt yourself, or know yourself to be, that is also sending out energy to people around you. Now, you're not hurting anybody. You're not attacking anybody. I mean, it's not like you're going around, whomping on people with a stick or something. But the same energy that people feel when they're whomped on with a stick is the same energy they pick up when somebody's walking around just as blue can be. If you can be grateful for anything, grateful that you're standing, grateful that you're walking, grateful that your fingers work, grateful that your eyes work, those are things to be grateful for. Those are things that you can be grateful for without having anybody around you or anything special in your immediate vibration. If you can own that attitude of gratitude going through your day, you are giving the gift of your energy, your beautiful personal energy, just like the story at the beginning, where I talked about the mother and the little boy standing in line at the post office. And we were in line not forever and ever, but it didn't just go boom, 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 move, 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 move. We had to wait. We had to wait our turn. An incredible gift. They gave us a phenomenal gift. They gave us such joy and such energy that it was absolutely, positively amazing. That gave us more good than I wouldn't even begin to tell you. I just thought it gave us more good. That's the idea of giving a gift with your attitude of gratitude. That's the idea of giving a gift of an attitude of gratitude. And I know this may sound like a really weird thing to say it this way, but if that's all you have to give, if that's all your pockets have, if there's no $5, $10, $50, $20 bills laying around that you're just going to be handing people left and right, if the only thing you can give that person standing at the door of your store, ringing that bell with that red kettle in front of it, is your gratitude for the work they're doing, that will mean the world to that person, to you, to all the people that vibration and that ripple effect will go around to. Yes, it's wonderful to be able to have money to put in the kettle. Yes, it's great to be able to put expensive and desired presents under the tree. Yes, it is fill in the blank to do all those things. It is a wonderful, marvelous, and great feeling. However, it is something all of us can do. It is something that is so easy, so simple, and so profound that it ought to be patented, and that's to give the gift of an attitude of gratitude. And that doesn't mean just at the Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa times of the year. That's any time of the year, any time of the day, any moment, any second, because the gift that you give of your energy literally shapes the reality of the planet. It helps the trees grow, it helps the grass grow, it helps the animals, it helps the nature, it helps the devas, the weather, it helps everything. That gift, the profundity of that gift, will probably not be realized by you in your lifetime in so much as it will have such a phenomenal effect. But I want you to trust me, it is the most blessed gift you can give this year. It is the most cherished gift, and believe me, it's the most wanted gift. Might not be sitting there on that Christmas list that you asked that child to make out or the list that you make out, but I'm going to tell you what, it's there. It's there in whatever capacity. And the fact that you give it, I thank you so much right now. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful that you give me the gift of being able to enjoy and share my attitude of gratitude because you follow this program on Blog Talk Radio. It's blogtalkradio.com/Perspective Power. And we have a little Facebook group, which is facebook.com/Perspective Power. Please, please, please feel right at home coming along and being part of it. Feel right at home as well by connecting with award-winning artist David Martinka on his websites, redbellymusic.com and sunshadows.net. He gives us the great music that brings this program in and takes this program out every single week. We also thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share what's at my site, my website, which is AnnetteRochelleAben.wordpress.com. I'm also all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So please join me, and I will be ever, ever grateful. And I am ever, ever grateful for you today for giving me the gift of an attitude of gratitude.